Can you feel it? The insatiable urge to cover yourself in 67 blankets and go absolutely feral for pumpkin bread. It's time. Look, it's been a while since I've done a casual hangout. Oh God, these are heavier than I thought. Not making something kind of video. I've talked about this before, but I think as content creator, I kind of feel the pressure to always be one-upping myself. But you know what? Sometimes I just want to do something cozy. This week, I am going to be decorating for Halloween because this is my busiest season, and much like a lot of my home renovation videos, if I don't do a video about it, it's not gonna happen. We're going to have just a cozy, casual time. I'm gonna decorate, I'm gonna do some crafts. I have a couple different setups that I want to do. Let me spin you a yarn for a second. So within this house, I have two mantles that I want to decorate for this video. For the first mantle and for the first theme. This bad boy. These sleeves kind of make me look like the pale man from Pan's Labyrinth. For this mantle, I'm thinking an over the garden wall theme because it's my entire personality. So if we get rid of everything, I'm thinking of running to the craft store and getting some fall foliage and then just litter this with pumpkins and maybe some decor that has a over the garden wall nod to it. Possibly if I can track down my little kettle that I use for my Greg costume, Mr. President. I would like this to scream cozy fall time feelings, obnoxiously loud into your eardrum like a drunk boy at a party. Next, I would like this one to be Beetlejuice themed. I ordered this fake grass that I'm gonna put on the bottom, and then we have acquired this popcorn bucket from when we saw Beetlejuice, and cute. So this will probably be a centerpiece. I want to make a sandworm out of home improvement materials. That's gonna kind of be arching like the Loch Ness. Maybe we can make some bunting or something. In addition to that, I would also like to make my couch in the living room more autumn-like. And then finally, in the barn, because I'm gonna be spending a lot of time here this Halloween season, I have always wanted to make floating jack-o'-lanterns. I bought some paper mache little pumpkins. They're a bit more squat than I would have liked. You'll see that, but sound whimsical as hell. Right, so we've got a lot to do. I'm gonna start my quest at the purveyor of all things crafty and kitschy, the merchant known as Michael. Do a little perusing. But before we do that, this video is sponsored by one of my favorite sponsors ever. So to talk briefly about that, here's sponsor Rachel. Good evening, detectives. Today's video is sponsored by June's Journey, and they just so happen to be celebrating their 7th anniversary. If you've seen me talk about June's Journey before, you know that it is a free-to-play mobile game where you play as June Parker, solving hidden picture levels all over the world. The music, the illustrations, everything is... Also, you have your home base island that you can decorate however you like. There's a lot going on in Orchid Island. Let me break it down for you. Word is, Inkvale is behind the nefarious graffiti popping up around town, and it might be a bit more dark-sided than we thought. Also, from September 28th to October 4th, you can play a special anniversary edition of Masquerade of Secrets for a chance to win special themed decor for your island. I can't bend my arms. You can win diamonds, special decorations, and more if you participate in the daily challenges from October 5th to 11th. This is my song. If you would like to follow the investigation following Inkvale, make sure you check out the YouTube series on their channel starting October 5th. Down in the description, there'll be an email address. Let me know your thoughts about Inkvale, and I will handpick 7 players to win a 5-star memoir pack in the game. Thank you so much, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video. And if you want to check out all the anniversary activities, you can head here or use the link in my description. Happy sleuthing. All right, I'm back. Things are about to get a little crazy. Okay, I grabbed this. If I want to make this an over-the-garden wall mantelpiece. The centerpiece where the mirror is right now can be Enoch. I got this because it's nice and round, and obviously this can't be a wall decoration. That's where this bad boy comes in. We are going to Texas Chainsaw Massacre this and cut it in half so that it can lay on the wall. This might be a little too big. Listen, a sliver of forethought put into anything that I do. Don't be silly. Here goes nothing. And so, after what sounded like straight up New York City construction, progress was made very slowly. Yeah, I don't think this was quite designed for this. That's one tough Christmas goose. Better be whimsical as hell when I'm done. Woo! Could not believe your eye. 10 million styrofoam balls filled up your barn and also your lungs. Woof. We did it. I'm tired. A little paint job to make it look more like Enoch. Let's do it. I ended up sort of struggling with the color scheme of this. The paint was drying a lot darker than I wanted, so I had to go in and do at least 3 coats. It's looking a bit more WNBA rather than OTGW, if you get what I'm saying. So while all those coats were drying, I switched over and decorated the rest of the mantle. In order to make this not suburban mom Thanksgiving, I need to scavenge my entire dwelling for anything over the garden wall themed. Let's go. Hey, hi, yeah, I couldn't find the kettle that I used for my Greg cosplay, so a slight pause on this while I wait for one to come in the mail. All right, I slipped into something a little more comfortable because I realized that painting in a white blouse was an extreme sport I did not want to participate in. For my Beetlejuice mantle, I have this fake grass doormat. Ooh. Wow. Cut it right up the middle, and then I think it should fill out enough of this, if not all of it. Hold please, I must return to the floor. Oh yeah, this is cutting great. You don't need to see it. You can just take my word for it. Also, it reminds me of Easter. Okay. Oh my God, there's fake grass everywhere. No, what have I done? Speaking of Easter, did you ever think how boring the Easter door actually would be from Nightmare Before Christmas? You just walk in and the Easter bunny's standing there like, and then that's it. There's literally nothing else to do. Maybe a hunt for an egg or two, and you're forced to eat overly sweet Cadbury products. It's not as voluminous as I thought it was going to be. Wow. Just, come on, give mama some volume. It's a little dinky, huh? What have I done? For that sandworm, I got this heavy duty ducting. I can paint this to look like the sandworm. Of course, when I was at Michael's today, there was a fake snake that would be so much easier just to repaint, but my cheap ass DIY brain, oh, that was satisfying. And then we can just paint white stripes on here. Is that making things more difficult than they should be? Testing. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cute.
The next day.
To clean up my messy job of painting, I just whipped out the Sharpie because I am a professional. She is a professional.
Yeah.
Good morning. Believe it or not, nestled betwixt diseased-looking mannequins, donation bags that have been filled for about 8 months, and I still have not dropped them off yet, are these paper mache pumpkins that I got last year because I wanted to do this craft last year and I just ran out of time. I forget how many of these I actually have. I think I have like 4 or 5. This is why initially I didn't want to make anything. The amount of Halloween decorations that are slowly taking over this basement is alarming. But here we are. Okay, so I have 4. They initially came with these little leaves and stem. I'm just gonna rip them off so they just look like normal. Carve little faces in them and then we can paint them. No, wait, I'm gonna do it and you're gonna think I'm really cool. Cheeks up. All right. Let's make some cutie little faces. Do I need to look up what a jack-o'-lantern looks like? Yeah, they're quite squat, these little guys. I think they'll still be handsome. You know, I started this video with every intention of being very chatty and then realized that it's a lot more involved. This is horrible. Well, I think these will quite improve my mood. I don't know what it is. Obviously, everyone's brain is different. It functions so much better when I'm in an aesthetic space. Little guys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to realize that even if people don't see my space, I still want it to be beautiful just for me, which is a novel idea. I don't know. Even when it comes to like restaurants or retail spaces, I need it to be aesthetic. I'm gonna use my little hot tool, burn these babies' eyes out.
As you can plainly see, it is working so well.
Wow, this is working so well.
I switched over to my hot knife and it worked way better.
Come on. It's like that scene in Return to Oz. Ah, got it.
Fit, 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 fiddly-dee. He played this melody as plain could be. Now he might have played this tune on a harp or a bassoon, but he played...
Righto, I am going to paint the interior golden yellowy color. I need to do this before I can do the exterior pumpkin color. You feel me? I also did burn little holes in the back, which, fun fact, the little cutouts, they look like little butts, so that I can access inside. And also when I go to put the lights in and tie the wire, it's important. Probably gonna be somewhat difficult to get in here. Oops, and I already got paint on myself. Literally everything I own is covered in paint. I have a question for you
Southern
Hemisphere folks. Halloween over here, I feel like, is directly linked to the season. Leaves dying and getting ready for winter. It's soup season. But whereas it's here spring, is Halloween a different vibe over there? I know it's also not as big in other countries. Do you just pretend that it's autumn? Like, people in Florida. I'm curious how it would feel if Halloween was actually leading into summer. I just love Halloween. I'm also curious if it's because I grew up with like the nostalgia of Halloween. Like I went trick-or-treating, I went around the neighborhood, it was always this big shindig. My mom would always decorate for Halloween. When I talked to Savannah, you know Savannah, I love you baby. She didn't really grow up celebrating Halloween all that much, so for her, it's a little different, you know? She doesn't have like the nostalgia thing for Halloween. So I'm curious if that's what it is too. Ain't the brain an interesting thing? I wanna be that crazy mom. My kids are gonna love Halloween. They have no choice. This is very messy. I feel like you're barely gonna see inside. Right? Is this ASMR?
Right then, back to our little basketball. Pretty simply, I just pulled up a reference photo online and followed it. Please enjoy this cozy painting montage. his little maple tentacles, I was thankfully able to just grab some fabric out of my stash. This is why I never throw away anything, haha. Nothing fancy here, I just hot glued them right onto his skull. Whereas Enoch is actually the cat and the pumpkin is more of a vessel, I wanted to add the little bag opening at the top, so it was back to the stash. A little bland, so of course, naturally, I dirtied him up a little bit. I was a little worried about his back being styrofoam, but because of this, I could just plop him down on the nail that was already there. Switching back to my little pumpkin lads.
Let me allow you to peer into my brain. We have our little guys. They don't weigh too much, so I'm thinking fishing wire suspended from the ceiling by these little hooks. I don't know if this is going to be enough for the weight of the pumpkin. Again, these are pretty light, so maybe. In order to keep the fishing wire secure, I'm gonna feed it through the stem with little holes. Probably break these in twain. Tie the fishing line around that, and then Is that not whimsical as all heck? Let's see if this works. Alright, where do I want to put y'all? Did I mention I love my job? I'm getting really cerebral in my topics of conversation, I know. And I'm about to make some enemies, but candy corn. Thoughts? I don't mind it. Would I eat a whole bag of it? Or more than a handful? No. It's okay. Oop. I'm not going down there. It's okay in small doses. When you think about it, it's really an analogy for life. When in doubt, be candy corn. You won't be some people's taste. And because of that, they might vehemently hate you. Vehemently. Is that a word? Oh, please. Yeah, it's a word. Big brain. But some people would go to battle for you. And then other people will just tolerate you, but think you're great in small doses. Personally, I think I'm probably the latter. That's okay with me. Test pumpkin. Stop spinning. I guess that's one of the issues, huh? Just making sure that these face the right direction. Cute as heck. This doubles as a musical instrument. Where's my remote? Look. All right, with the turning. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my God. Okay. All right, continuing on. Let's sing the rest of these bad boys. In case you couldn't tell, the amount of serotonin that just gave me, Guinness Book of World Records. Okay.
In case you're thinking, wow, this activity looks great for a deteriorating 32-year-old neck. Yeah, it definitely is.
I ran into a little problem where they were oscillating way too frequently, and trying to get all four at the same location at the same time was driving me a little insane. Oh my God. My solution to that is sort of what I did with Appa in my room, where I have the main hook and line, but then I have one a little bit further back and then attach that somewhere else, so that way it can't freely oscillate. So I'll show you what I did. So it's a little hard to see, but basically I have my main hook here. Weirdly, I have the other one kind of diagonal, and so these two wires prevent it from spinning. He's a little crooked, but that's okay. My friends, we are very close to being done. Now that my little pumpkin guys are done and I am full of dopamine, the couple last things I have to do, add a few more things to the mantle and switch over my couch to Halloween mode. Let's go. With all of those finishing details done, let's see how everything turned out. How'd you like? That's it. I am very glad that I did this because otherwise I don't know that I would have done any decorating this year. Sometimes you just need an excuse to get a little whimsical. Once again, broken my vow of not making anything in a video, but you know, this was like a little smidgen of making things. I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. I mean, it was very low stakes. I really, really love how the pumpkins came out. Some of you may know our dream is to own a coffee shop that we want to decorate all like Victorian and dark and mysterious. So one of the things that I would love to do every year for Halloween is decorate the mantelpiece a different theme, and it'll be kind of like a mystery of what the theme will be for that year. Use those pumpkins too and make like a whole hallway of floating pumpkins or something like that. I don't know, possibly getting ahead of myself, but it's just something to keep up there. Lodged away in the decoration department. Takes up most of my brain. Basically just needed something I could do in a couple days. I am gearing up for Maksy and I'm a little stressed about it. Also, I'm heading to New York City to film a little collab that you will see at the end of October. If you're new here or you just don't know, over on Instagram, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in October, I do a different cosplay, makeup look, costume thing for 13 days of Maksy. So why do I do this to myself? I know, I'm asking the same question. I hope that you're having a lovely crunchy spicy life season. No? Why do I always say life? Crunchy spicy leaf season so far. Also, I do even more Halloween stuff over on Patreon. Thank you so much, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video once again.
You can scan this or head to the link in my description to download for free.
I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every other Friday. And we have fun here. Ooh. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Thought this was gonna be easier than it is. Just for you. Wait, y'all. This is gonna be cool. Just. This box smells really good. Blow your minds. Mysterious. This is the vibe I bring to the function.